What's up, everyone? This is your host, Stefany Sweet.
And your co-host, Nia and Audri.
And you are now tuned into the GrownupIsh Podcast. Hey, what up, guys? How y'all doing?
Right.
So, Nia, how are you? How are you doing?
I am great. I'm really good. For starters, it's Friday.
Hello.
Might make me a little sad because I only got like 2 days of break left. But
right, because you had the whole week off, right?
I did. I had the whole week off. And this was a really, really productive week for me. Like, it was really good. This was a great week for BU Body Beads. Like, that's been the highlight of my week.
I saw them pictures, sis. I've
been working, okay? So I'm really excited. I got some bracelets done. On Sunday, I will be putting...
Wait, bracelets are new? Because you always do
anklets. Body Beads makes bracelets now. Yeah, so we have anklets, waist beads, and now bracelets for men and women. So
I love it.
I'm super excited to do my photos for the bracelets, and I'm just sealing the knots and everything up now. And then I'll also be I'll have 10 beads available for purchase at my nail shop where I go, the little nail salon I get my nails done at, the Lack of the Beauty. So that's super exciting. So yeah, my business is just doing some big things, and that has been the highlight of my week. How was your week?
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And I saw the pictures on IG, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, sis. Yeah, a little sexy."
I'll be trying. I've been trying to like be more consistent with posting as well there. So I was like, trying to like get into a groove of everything. You know, we got the podcast, promoting BU Body Beads.
Yeah,
that's it. This business.
My week was a shit show.
Oh, lovely. What happened?
Yeah. Well, you were kind of there for the semi-beginning of it. Like, last weekend, I lost a family member.
Yes, I was there.
So there was that. Then I let somebody hold my car, and they brought it back, and it was like sand everywhere. They went to the beach, and it was like sand everywhere. So the cup holders on the side, there was sand. Okay. The buttons when you press down the windows to go up, down, there was sand. Okay. The little air vent things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where the vent comes through in, there was sand. Mm-hmm. The center console, there was sand. There was sand everywhere. Okay. Steering wheel, there was sand. And I'm just like,
how? First off,
I don't understand. I don't understand why there's sand every fucking where. But I think, I know they went to, those drive-in beaches, not like where you can ride on the beach.
Yeah.
And I am pretty sure like coming in and out of the car or having a car on while you're there because you want the AC or whatever, and like the air from outside comes in and then it gets in. So I had to go through like a mission to kind of get it detailed and cleaned, and it's still, not up to my standards. So I'm like super annoyed by that. But you know what? It's Friday. I'm not going to dwell on, the lows of this week. I'm going to just, just try to look forward to the weekend and come to, you know what I'm saying? Like a positive note and a positive outlook. So that was my week, girl.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's done.
Right.
Get it taken care of, get it cleaned up, like you said. And you got the right outlook. Like, okay, it happened.
Let's moving on.
We got our awesome beach day tomorrow.
Yes, we have our own beach day. I'm looking forward to that. Super excited.
So that's a plus. Because it is Friday. Listen, super excited.
Super excited.
Because it is Friday. This is our first time recording on Fridays, you guys. So,
normally we don't record on a Friday. We usually do, Saturdays, and we'd be like in the morning. So it's kind of like we're waking up.
Yeah, mid-afternoons. We've been chilling. So Friday, you get the Friday energy. Even though I was off today, I'm usually still good energy on Friday because I'm like, hey, it's Friday.
It's Friday. Turn up.
Yes. So, like you said, turn up. Before we go into our topic, we have a shot for the weekend.
That's right. Because last time Nia was like, This time, ain't no alcohol in it this time. So this time we're gonna do an actual shot. So cheers to
what you drinking. What you drinking?
Oh, this is Malibu Black, and I'm gonna
Black.
take it as a shot because that's all I have.
All right, we got the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey over here. All right,
Ooh.
So cheers. We're gonna have a great time this weekend.
Nice, exactly. Cheers. I'm gonna pretend like that was a ding.
Right. All right. Tap it on table. There we go. Okay. Woo. Let's get into it. So last week we talked about deal breakers, the things that are just your non-negotiables that have you running for the hills, your no-goes, right? With deal breakers usually comes breakups sometimes, right? So that's going to bring us to today's topic. Lessons from your exes. What lessons have you learned from your ex, whether it be the good, the bad, the ugly, or in our case, the classy, the ratchet, or the real, okay? Lessons have you learned from your ex. We've all learned something, at least I have. So let's get into it. Like, what are some things? And I guess we're going to start off with, let's start off with classy. What are the classy lessons that you've learned?
First of all, I love this topic because there's a plethora of lessons that I have learned from my exes, okay? Be them good, be them bad, okay? Now we're starting off with classy, okay? And I think like
a little bit.
I know for the classy, I gotta dig. I got plenty of the ratchet, okay? Plenty. But for a classy lesson, I would say like one of my exes, he really taught me to like be on my grind, like just be, and investing. He started like talking to me more about like investments and what to invest in and different stocks, and we'd have like conversations about like we would have conversations about stocks. We would have conversations like just smart conversations about business and about like even work, even when it came to work, like management and how to deal with people. So there was always like that aspect of like learning something interesting and new and like that bettered me in that sense. So I kind of I like that a lot. Yeah.
That's classy. That's real classy.
Yeah, definitely classy. That was one. I'll let you go and then I'll share another one.
I think for starters, one classy lesson that I've learned is definitely the art of how a man should treat a lady, like opening the door, just still like being chivalrous and like a gentleman. Like that for me was like, that was a nice lesson. Like, okay, this is the standard. Like this is the expectation. Like this is what I'm looking for. Just like, this is the way that you should be treated and that it should happen that way all the time. Very classy. Like even with like, I'm not saying that people have to buy gifts, but when he bought gifts that were really thoughtful, like there's a sweater that I wear now and like people compliment me to this day. Like, oh, that is really every time I wear it because it's really nice quality. So like just high quality, nice stuff. Like just knowing like, you're deserving of that. You're worthy of that. And like, I want to shower you with that. So just like, I feel like that was a nice lesson. Like, you know what? I learned from him. Like, this is how I want to be treated at all times. Like, it was a nice classy standard to have.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And one.
I really like that. I like that a lot. Like setting the standard. That was a really good way of putting it because it's kind of like they raise the bar.
Yeah.
Right? When you get a good one and they raise the bar, like, ooh, moving forward, we need to be on this level.
This is where we at. This is it.
Okay. This is where we at. We're not going lower than this. I love that. Another classy lesson is like hanging out with this particular gentleman. We would just eat out at really nice places. So kind of like, just put me on to like just different types of food, like exploring different cuisines. like really nice cuisines, you know, and it really got me into some like loving to go out to restaurants and trying new restaurants. Like that's not something that I used to do before, but just like exploring high end, wanting to explore high end restaurants and like things like, you know, small things like, because I was younger then, but like, you know, making sure that when you order a steak, how to order steak and complementing it with the right kind of wine. I still don't have that down to a pat, but that's something that he was like kind of into and he would do that. And I'll just be like, all right, daddy.
Oh, I want to do that too. I want to do that too.
Yeah, it didn't work out because he was crazy. But besides that, like he was very, you know, very nice. I was
gonna say next to that, I really love like going along with the food aspect of it is like cooking with a partner, like a partner who also knows their way around the kitchen. That's something that I enjoy as well.
Yes.
Because we could get together and like I'm talking about like nice healthy meals too. Like
bro,
we could get together and put together some really good stuff. So like for me, that was a lesson. I'm like, okay, you do like a man that can do his thing in the kitchen, and like cooking together is like a beautiful form of intimacy because now you've created this beautiful dish, and now you guys can sit down and enjoy it together. So like, love it. Shout out to my ex because you know learned that lesson. Like that's another little standard now. Like okay,
and when they do certain things like that, like when you see these things, it starts to obviously set the standard, right? Yeah. But it then allows you to kind of realize the things that you love, like the things that you want from your partner. You want your partner to be able to like cook and, you know, prepare a nice meal. That's dope. That's cute. That's sexy. And the fact that you're doing it together, it just brings the intimacy level to to a higher note, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was one for me where I was like, okay, I'm learning. It put me onto some stuff that I probably wouldn't have made before. Like, okay, let me add this to my little recipe book because that wasn't something I would typically make or even go about doing to just go and be like, oh, you know what? I want a fruit bowl. Let's go get the fruit and we're going to chop it up ourselves and make it like,
yeah.
I like that. Simple, but nice.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I can't think of anything else that's like classy. Maybe a little bit of like how to dress. Back in the day, well, no, because I feel like I always had my own swag, you know.
You gotta like have your own little flavor. That's what I was gonna say. You gotta have your own flavor. I always had my own. I didn't like the way I dressed, and I was like, first off, you only really see how I dress for work, so chill. Secondly,
okay.
What is no? No. When I want to dress, when I want to put myself together.
Yeah, I've seen you turn it up, sis, and you be looking.
Thank you. When I want to. Otherwise, you don't get what you get and leave me alone.
Okay, you have arrived, but there has to be a reason for it. But you have arrived.
No, you
I be seeing you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of anything like
I know. It's like
if we're gonna categorize it as classy.
That's what I'm stuck at. Now I got some stuff that's probably real. I got some real.
I got some real and I got some ratchet shit. But yeah, as far as like classy, yeah, definitely like that was the biggest one, like the investment thing.
Yeah, that was real classy. I love that. Like I love a man that understands finances and like can talk to me on the financial tip. I love good management, like money management. Like that's another thing I guess I could say too. Like great money management skills. I'm not horrible at managing money, but I really like. I am attracted to men who are really good with managing their money because that's
I would love that, right?
Better at.
Yeah, I would love that, right? And then I end up with like these guys. Well, Well, now I have a husband, but before I would be with when I had my like long-term relationship or the almost long-term and then the actual long-term before me getting married.
Yeah,
but they always like just defer the bills to me, and I'm just like,
who said I wanted this? No.
I think it's because of my control freakness. You know, I told you I like to be in control. I think
Probably,
it's
because I
because of
always be
that.
like, "Oh,
But I
don't put
told
it over
y'all,
here."
right? Like,
Hello.
ladies and gentlemen who are listening to this, right? Women want to be in control until they don't, right? Like, we want to be in control only because we feel like y'all can't handle. But if we see that you can handle it, we want to let that shit go. Like, you do it, okay?
I be trying to let it go.
I'm gonna pawn this up, work off to you, okay?
Don't even ask me how much the tip should be calculated. Oh, that's another classy thing. Oh, that it just came to me. Okay, so another classy thing. Like I told you, I haven't had many relationships, so I have to rely on like my most recent ex a lot, and like my other little relationships, they were like
as experience. Yeah.
So like my most recent ex, shout out to him. He is also like really big on like tipping people, like when we go out
the right way, right?
Yes. Like he's gonna make sure they get something. Like he is like he could be really a sweetheart. Like wow, if we could work through some other stuff, he's a really good guy. But he like will be very
Let's
like
just get over these humps. If we can get over these humps, you'd be like a catch.
To a therapist, like that would be great. But anyways, therapy. He like he was really big on that. Like he would like be on my ass if he found out like you didn't tip them. You didn't leave them a tip. I'm just
really?
like, so he's like, no, you don't do that. That's what them like. They need that money. Some people live.
Service workers do need that money.
Me, okay, but I love that. So that's been a lesson for me. So like now, I'm always trying to make sure I leave something, decent and right, because I was saying like that was a lesson I learned. Like that's.
Can I ask you something? Do you like it when guys order for you? Have you had that before?
I've never had that, and I don't think I would like it. Like, especially unless you like know me, probably unless you're my husband and it's like, hey babe, I'm running late. Go ahead and order for me, or it's our spot, it's our thing. But like, for me to be dating a guy and you just order for me,
yeah. Can y'all tell I'm controlling at times? I need to do my own stuff, my own shit.
Didn't nobody ask you to do nothing over here. You order your food, not mine, sir. No, I don't think I've ever like how they be in the movies, and I just picture the dude like
like let me order this. She'll have
filet mignon.
She'll have
the Caesar salad with the
and the filet mignon. Like no, I don't want no steak. Maybe I want some salmon today.
Right.
Thank you.
She's gonna have this in a glass of first and foremost, sir.
Right.
What movie you think?
Maybe I don't want any wine, okay? Maybe I want a nice good shot of tequila.
Right. Maybe I was trying to turn up tonight. Okay. You don't know the movie. Read the room.
Right.
No, I have never had that. Oh, okay. Any more classy ones? That one came to me, but I really like that too. I think that's a standard now too. It shows like how you treat people too. Like in general, like a classy, and it's not so much a lesson, but like you said, like things that you learned you like. I like people that are really
that's true. How you treat people
of others, like how you treat people. That was one of the big low key. That is literally what like really attracted me to my ex. Was like I saw how he cared about others, and I was like, okay,
that makes a huge difference, because if you're shitty to somebody, I don't want to deal with you, because then you're gonna be shitty to people I care about, or even if I don't care about them, like if you're associating yourself with me, I need to know that you're not just gonna be treating people all nasty just because. Like there has to be a reason. So if you're acting like stupid and you're just being very condescending, inconsiderate, I can't deal. Like I can't deal. So yeah, how you treat people is definitely a big factor.
Yes, indeed. So
let's move on to ratchet. Or do you want to do real first?
We could do ratchet. We do go in order, classy, ratchet.
In order, classy, ratchet, or real. Okay.
I'm gonna let you start off because I'm gonna see. I feel like I'm about to go at this the right way. But I want to see what you throw at me first.
I might go left. Let's see what you say. Let me see. You go first.
No, you go first. You go first. Go ahead. I'm about to take another shot.
Oh, I should have brought the bottle out. Okay, let me tell you this. Okay, I'm gonna go to the deep end. Okay, go ahead. I mean, I learned how to, you know what I'm saying, make sure I give the right type of sloppy toppy. Okay.
Oh, okay. You know
Yes.
what though? I appreciate that because I
Okay.
feel like I've said this before on the podcast. I don't feel like I give the greatest like sloppy toppy. I feel like I have learning to go. Like I have room for
Guys,
growth.
if you guys don't know what sloppy toppy is, it means oral sex, giving oral sex.
There we go. I feel like, and this is just my judgment. I've never gotten back like this is horrible. You don't do a good job. I've never gotten a disapproval. But in
Okay.
my mind, I just feel like there's room for growth here. So the fact that you learned how to give like grade A sloppy toppy from an ex, I appreciate that because personally, because of how I feel about it, I want feedback. Like I will like, hi, here's a rating sheet.
That's
Let
the
me know
key.
how I can improve because I can't get better if nobody tells me. Even if I am doing good, I need you to tell me so then
That's
I
it,
can like
sis.
keep doing certain stuff. But like I don't know. Like I mean, I know the kitty catty be. I know that's a point. No questions there. But I'm like,
She be purring.
yeah. Okay, she's got it. She
She
got the
be
game
lit. She be
online.
on a whole nother level.
NyQuil, put him out. All right. So, but I
Not
would
the
love
lights out, not the
lights
knockout.
out. KO. Okay, I ain't better ask about me. But anyways, um, you started this. I was quiet. I was calm. But so like to know that's a lesson from an ex, like you got that, like
Yeah.
come on.
Right? Right. I
Yes,
think that's like solid. And it says something about me, and it says also about the person, because obviously, like, I feel like not everybody is comfortable with giving directions and being vocal in the bedroom.
Yes.
And I really, really want everyone to be able to start voicing their wants and needs in the bedroom. Like, you have to state what it is that makes you feel good or doesn't make you feel good, and how you like to be pleased, in order to be able to get to be satisfied, right?
Yep.
Because as you're coming together with your partner in the bedroom, right, it's a mutual engagement, hopefully, and it's consenting, right?
Yep.
But it has to be mutually beneficial to both of you. And if it's just like one party just having all the fun, that's not fun. Like, you need to be able to, it has to be like, you get pleased, they get pleased, everybody's happy, everybody getting pleased, and it's a party. It's a party.
Exactly.
Yeah, it can't just be one-sided. So I'm like, I applaud that way back when individual, when, you know what I'm saying, they was willing to coach a girl starting off rough, and it just progressed, and I was able to, and I kind of said this on a previous episode, but I like to listen. Like, I like to hear or like watch body movements, and
I was
like,
gonna say, so that's like a kind of ratchet lesson that I've learned. Don't be quiet. Like,
don't
nobody know.
tell me. I want to know,
I
right?
don't like that silent stuff. So when a person is quiet, I'm not feeling it at all.
No,
That's not
it's
cool.
weird. Or when they're
Like,
holding
why
back
are
their
you trying to
groans
hold
and their
back?
moans.
Why are you trying to hold back? So
Yeah,
that's a
because you're
lesson
trying
from
to
the
be
ex.
tough. No,
That's a lesson
I
from
want
the
to hear
ex.
you
Like,
whimper, nigga.
nigga, we're not in a competition here on who can hold it in the most. Like, come on now, like release yourself.
Exactly.
Be
Be
free.
expressive.
Exactly. So yes,
For
I
sure.
learned that that's something I don't like that holding it. I feel like I'm hearing echoing. Please no.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
Oh,
Yes, please, no echoing.
okay, y'all, we trying, but okay. So it is there. It's there.
Oh no.
It's there. But we gonna
It's
push
okay.
through.
We're gonna push through.
And we got filters. So anyway, so yeah, like you said, putting you on game for your head game so it can be proper. Love that. Two, it's gone again. Two, we both learned. Well, I learned. You knew. I like expression in the bedroom. I like
For
for my
sure.
man to, I want to hear the moans and groans. Tell me if it's good. All that. I want to hear that. I did not hear that in some, ex situationships. And it was like, how are we supposed to know what we're doing if you're not gonna say anything? So like, I don't like that. Nah, open up. My ratchet lesson. I think all of us have learned this lesson from an ex, and it's that people ain't shit. People just ain't shit, bro. Like, people just ain't shit. And I can say people because just some background on me. I have dated a woman before when I was like 21. I had a girlfriend.
Okay, hold on, because I have questions. That's news.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend. When I was like 20, right before we were 20. We were dating when I was 20.
Why don't I know this at all?
I don't just go around telling everybody like, hey guys, I had a girlfriend before.
No. I feel like in the podcasts that we've had, like in all of the episodes, guys, this is brand new news. Boom. Where's the like? I need like
You need to drop a.
I need like a drop. I need like a drop sound. This is news.
Because it don't come up. It don't come up.
Okay, I feel you on that. It's just something that never came up in conversation. Fair.
It don't.
Okay.
Anytime there's like a conversation about like, oh yeah, it has to already be like the conversation of like, usually it's like.
So how long was this relationship?
It was like under a year. It didn't even make it like a year. It was short.
But the fact that it was months, was it months?
Yeah, it was months. We was together for a minute, like almost a year. We was dealing with each other before I was like, yeah, leave me alone, you crazy. So that is why I know.
I never would have known that.
Legit girlfriend. Like, we were together. We were together. I was at her place. She was at my place. I met her family. She met my family. We were a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully, I have a very supportive family, and I have very supportive friends. Honestly, I told my friends, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go get a girlfriend. And then everybody was just like, whatever, Nia. And then like a couple.
What made you do that?
I got a girlfriend. Okay, so I guess we're just diving into my sexuality.
We're diving in.
I've always had like a attraction to certain types of girls. Just like, oh, she cute, or like I could be like, okay, she cute, she look good, or whatever. Like, and I knew it was a little bit more than just like a platonic, like, yeah, oh, she cute. So that was always the case. Which is why I'm like definitely a huge ally. I don't really identify as bisexual because don't see myself being with a woman. Some people just say I'm just freaky, but that ain't it either, because we were like really together. Like, I love that girl. So I guess I am bisexual. I don't fucking know. But anyways, so I always kind of like girls. And then I knew her. We were in college. So I knew her from college. I had seen her around. She's a little fine stud. She was so cute, y'all. She was cute. She was fine. She was a baddie, okay? She was bad. So I had seen her around, and I probably was talking shit because, again, when I was younger, I used to be on Facebook talking shit. So I think I had talked shit like, oh, I'm finna get a girlfriend. Like, I'm done with y'all dudes. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm about to go pull a girl. Because I had met,
like, be looking for it too. Like, oh, really?
Yes, I had met several different studs before this.
Especially the studs.
Yeah, they didn't slid in my DMs. And I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Like, you cool though. Like, I'd be real cool because I'm really just that fucking cool. So she slid. I want to say she slid in my DMs. And I was just like, what's good? Like, we start rapping. Girl, drama from day one. So we dated for a while. We actually broke up. She had became a Delta, and when I was in the process of becoming a Zeta, that's when we broke up during that whole process of stuff. So then after that, yeah, it was some more drama because she just messy girl. Not really, because I was chill. I'm like, girl, I ain't worried about y'all. We was dating. We broke up. It was a little messy after that because she was trying to get back with me because I told you I got that good. I told you I got that good. Drop me off. Okay.
Fuck you like
it. So yeah, and then I just have to let her know, like, bro, we done. Like, so after that, I haven't seen her ever again. Like, literally, like, we've had no contact at all.
Wow.
So, but yeah, after that though, I was like, yeah, I'm good on women. Men and women belong together. Like, I do feel that way for me, because the messiness of that relationship. Like, she's the one person that took me to levels of anger I've never been to before. Like, ever before. Like, no man could take me to the place that she could took me. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's not for me. That's a dangerous situation over there. So yeah, I did that, and it was a good ride. It was a good ride. I'm just gonna not even say nothing because I'm piss some people off if I do say anything else about that. Ooh. But let's just say ladies do it best. All right.
I'll say it. I have heard that women give the best oral sex because we know what we know, right? I'm sure like the gay dudes dealing, with each other.
Exactly.
They can say
it's true. It is
ain't nothing. Because you know what you like. You know what the sensation,
and like you're actually like in tune with the body, the reactions. Like, men, y'all listen, if y'all trying to please y'all ladies, please get in tune with your feminine side. You have
or talk to one of your girlfriends.
Listen, learn your woman's body.
Friend that's a girl is what I mean.
Yes, your friend that's a girl. Like, and pay attention to your woman's body while you're doing what you do. Like, come on now. If she not jerking and shaking and twitching, don't ask her if she came. She didn't. Okay.
She didn't. If you have to ask.
She didn't. If you have to ask, she didn't come, you gonna know because she gonna be doing all the stuff. You gonna be what? No. If she not doing that, if she not twitching, she ain't shaking. Looking like she about to see you.
You ain't hit it. You ain't hit it right.
Come, bro. Like, I'm not gonna keep playing with y'all. Like, let me say, I ain't never had to ask when I was doing what I was doing. Okay. So yeah, I can say that the lessons that I've learned is that people ain't shit. It doesn't get better on the other side if you're thinking about going on the other side. It's drama over there. It's headache over there. It's lying over there. Like, people just ain't shit. It don't matter which way you go.
Yeah.
That's it. They're gonna be flawed. They're gonna do stupid stuff. They're gonna bring their own baggage. Like, that's just a lesson that I've learned. Like, people ain't shit, and you gotta take them for face value. That's it. Like, take what you see because they may never get to where you want them to be. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. A ratchet lesson is like, for me, kind of like leading to what you were saying. People are who they are. Like, believe them. Okay, believe them. That nigga showing you he crazy. He really crazy, sis. He cray. Okay, just let that dude go. Let him go. Let him go about his merry way, and you don't need the stress. You don't need the mess. Okay. One of the lessons that one of my exes like taught me is like how to.
Where you about to go? Because you already popped up with some head, so I don't even know where else we can go.
No, I was gonna say like how to fight, like, which is not really on a ratchet note, but really like key points, like where to hit. I guess I should have used that maybe as classy or maybe real, right? It's kind of not ratchet because
but why was he teaching you how to fight?
For protection, and that's why I say maybe it's classy or maybe like real as opposed to ratchet. It wasn't like he wanted me to be out here like, I mean, he did want me to be out here boxing bitches if they came out.
My ex gonna pop up and I need you to have them 1-2s ready.
Right. First of all, why is your ex popping up? I don't want none of that. I don't need that kind of
shit. Like I said, because people ain't shit.
Right. That's that ratchet shit. But this was on some protection shit. So I guess that would be more of like a classy or a real as opposed to ratchet. But like maybe for the element, for the fighting element of things, he would just like show me like pointers on, like use your elbows. Make sure you use your elbows. If a guy's coming at you the wrong way, just bop, with your elbow. And like how to punch their nuts the right way or kick them. Yeah, like the elbow is like, because your elbow is one of the strongest parts of your body that you can hit with.
Okay.
Exactly.
Some stuff too. You had some very insightful exes.
I know. They were worried about my safety and shit.
You know how to pick them.
wanted to make sure I pleased them right, wanted me to make sure I invested my money right,
I am impressed.
A whole range.
I am impressed. Well done.
A whole range of things. But yeah, so fighting, that was one of them. Like, just like how to real quick get away. And that was kind of interesting. But I guess I will put that on the reel.
Okay.
Did you have another ratchet? Let me think.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I have another ratchet.
You know what?
I feel like some of them, they could be ratchet, but I feel like they're more real. So I would save them for the real. But what were you going to say? Because it might trigger.
I was going to say, like, they, all of them to some degree have taught me, like, my rage. When you get upset at a nigga, like,
I told you after my ex, the girl, after
when you get upset,
after she, I don't know where she is. She's off in the wind, and I doubt anybody listens that knows her. After Angel ass, I was done. That was her name, Angel, and she was like a little demon.
R.I.P. Angel. Okay.
After Angel,
she was no angel.
I never let anybody get me to that point. Like that was it. Like she took me to
that
my
rage
point of anger. Like I was ratchet. Like I was real ratchet. Like,
ooh, I have a question.
What?
What's the craziest thing you've done to like get back to an ex, like mess with them?
The craziest thing was with her. Okay, so this is the story.
Okay.
Classy ratchet the real time. Story time. All right, so I was
perfect. Yes, classy ratchet the real story
time. I looked at time. It's our time. So I'm on campus. I used to go to the school, Whitewater. I went there my freshman year. That's where she went. That's how we met. So I was on Whitewater's campus for something. I don't know. I think the Black Student Union was doing something that weekend. It was homecoming weekend. Something was happening up there, and I went up there. So I stayed at my friend's house, and Angel came by. So Angel come by, and Angel's literally trying to basically give me head in their living room, in my friend's living room. And I'm like, no, not gonna happen. First and foremost, you got your own house. If you trying to do all this with me, we not together. Why we can't go to your house? What's going on? So I'm like, get off me. Like, bro, get off me. Not gonna happen. Like, no, why not? I said, why are we not at your house? So then she lived walking distance because we're on college campus. She lived walking distance away. So I like kick her out. And I'm like, no, this bitch got me fucked up, yo. She got me fucked up. The reason why we're not at your house is because the bitch that you was messing around with on me is at your house right now. Oh. So like yell in my face, oh girl, this is your house laid up in your bed. Oh, knock, knock, knock. Screw me. Hello. Open up the door. Hello. So now everybody don't want to open up the door. Everybody like, oh my gosh, Renee outside acting crazy. No, I'm not acting crazy because you tried me. Like now you push me to the point of crazy. Girl, so I like go around to the side where her bedroom at. I don't even know how I knew that was her bedroom. I think I could hear her in there. So I'm like, I'm banging on the window. I was banging on that window so hard I bust the window. She ends up coming outside. We end up fighting on the side of the road. Like, whoop her ass. My friend come like, Renee, let's go. Like, let's go. I'm like, no, she got me fucked up. Like, don't sit here and play in my face. Like, do not fucking play in my face.
What so, in the world?
Bust her window and beat her ass that night.
As you should, because she tried it.
She tried it. Her ex talking shit. Bitch, bring your ass outside too. You can go get some of this wop wop too.
You want some?
You get that clap clap.
You
too.
Want some of these?
You ain't never come outside. You ain't come outside. Bring that ass here. And I don't even like fighting people. I'm not even a violent type person. Yeah, for the most part. I talk a lot of shit. Like I say I beat your ass, but usually I never have to get to the point of actually beating your ass. Like that was the one time where I'm like, you just sat here and played in my fucking face. Like, again, that's what I talk about, like that cheating and that disrespect. Like, I would never do you like that. Don't do me like that because I am liable to snap. So that was like the last time, though, and the only time. And since then, I've only dated men, but I also like, I tell them, like, I'm never going to ever let anybody get me to that point of anger again. Like, ever. Like, she took me way out of character.
Beyond.
Like, I would get mad. It's one thing to be mad and like say I'm gonna do some crazy shit to you and cut you out, but like for me to actually bust a window, I was shocked. I was like, oh, like, girl, never again. And I haven't since then. I don't care how much I love a man. I'll leave first before I go to that point.
I've never really done like crazy ass shit, but like the most that I did was like my ex, he had ghosted me. This is back in New York. He had ghosted me, and I was so like, it was a random ghost. It was like we were together, everything was fine, and then all of a sudden, like, zero contact. It made absolutely no sense. So, I gotta ride by. I gotta see what's going on. I gotta look at first my pride, because I'm very prideful. I can be very prideful, especially the young stuff. I would be like, oh, that's how you want to act, nigga? Okay? Because I could have been doing my own thing with some other ones, okay? Like, all right. So at first I was like, okay, you're not responding, you're not saying anything. That's fine. But then I was like, ooh, what if something happened? What if like there was an accident or something? That makes no sense, right? So then now I had to do a drive-by. So the first time I just did a drive-by and I saw his car there. The next day, and I'm like, let me see if it moves. The next day I did like a ride. It wasn't even a ride by. It was a walk by because I was not driving back then. Okay, so I walked this place. Bro,
the determination.
The disaster of a determination. The disaster. It's just epic disaster. So walked to his place, walked by, saw his car and was there. And then the next day walked by, or maybe 2 days later, I walked by and the car was in a different place. So I'm like, this nigga alive. Okay. He's good and well. He is fine.
Not dead.
And I knew I had never been to his house because back then he lived with his parents at that time because we were younger. This is when we were younger. But I knew the window. I knew what window it was, and the lights were on, and I was just like, "This motherfucker." And you know what? Then I'm like walking. I remember one time I'm walking. This is in the span of like 2 weeks, right? All of this happened. I'm walking from the laundromat because in New York, you don't have like a washer and a dryer at the house. Yeah. You got to go to the fucking laundromat. I'm walking from the laundromat. And you know what this nigga did? Because he rode by. He beeped his horn at me. I said, beeped his horn at me and drove. Like,
first off,
I'm very confused at this point. I'm very confused, and now I was like pissed because I'm like, I know you're alive. I know you're alive. I know you're good and you're well. Okay, you obviously didn't lose your phone or anything because you could have just came to the house or something, right? You're just purposefully ignoring my calls, and I was just like, if that was the case, you didn't want to be with me anymore. You could have just like.
You could just say
told me and broke it
off.
And
at that point, don't drive past me and beep. Now you just
and beep the damn horn like we was cool. Like, yo, that's the weirdest shit ever. So you know what Stefany did in the middle of the night? I walked. This is kind of incriminating, but who listens to this?
I bust the window, so
yeah, who listens to this? So I went and I sliced his tires. That was like the craziest thing I've ever done.
I've set nails under tires before.
You what?
Set nails under.
Yeah.
Under her tire. I did that too. I set nails under.
No, I wanted
a slow burn. I don't want you to feel it right away. I want it to be months later and your tire's flat. You don't know why.
I rolled over a nail. I got a nail. Dang. On all of my tires. How I get nails on all four?
That is crazy. What a coincidence.
Great. What a coinkydink.
How could that happen? That's me. No, that's the type of petty I am. I realize. Yeah. Like, I'm that type of petty. That's how I just like, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
That was the only, like, and I don't even think I've ever told anybody because I literally did that solo and I was just like, you know what? This is what you fucking deserve. Okay, so then that happens, right? I slash his tires, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure he knows it's me. I feel like he has to know that it's me. Well, whatever.
Probably
But
not, since he just drove by.
I don't know. Homeboy decides to all of a sudden start calling me again, and he's like so apologetic. He's like, "Oh, let me tell you what happened." I'm like, I don't want to know about no fucking story, because there's no kind of justification that you have for me to tell me that this was okay. None. So I was like, no. I don't want to hear it. Bye. I don't want to hear it. Bye. Good day. So I just like blew him off, but he was like calling after that. I don't know. Wanting to apologize, but that was my little like ratchet moment. That was the craziest thing. Right. Too late.
Too late.
Too late, sir.
Classy, ratchet, real. Those are some ratchet stories. Those are ratchet stories.
Oh, we gotta do real.
I know, we have exited out of the ratchet territory. Bye-bye, Ratchet Land. We're done there. Into the real. Okay. So the realest lesson that I've ever learned.
Oh wait, one more for the ratchet. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Rewind.
We're back. We back. Hey.
Right. Okay. For the ratchet. Okay. Teaching me how to drink, like the right way. Like, you gotta eat. Let's drink certain things to drink, like what to drink and not to mix. You know
what? I got one for Classy. He's not an ex, he's a friend. But this is so funny. So I remember one time I have a hangout with my friend. Shout out to Sam. Hey Sam.
Sam.
We was kicking it, and I remember I was brushing my teeth. And he had asked me, he was like, "Hey, you brushing your teeth in circle, right? In circles, right?" And I was like, "What?"
Oh, like the motion, like,
yeah. And I think his mom is like either like a dentist or a dental hygienist or something like that. He's like, "Yeah, you got to make sure you circle your teeth, brush your teeth in circles." So now, whenever I brush my teeth, I'm like,
you think about that. That's a lesson.
Classy right there.
Shout outs to Sam.
All right. There we go. He follows the podcast. He does. So
hey, Sam, and you a follower. Hey, definitely get a shout out.
So yes. So we went to real. We got ratchet, learning how to drink.
Learning how to drink.
Ready for some real.
Avoid hangovers. Let's get into some real.
All right. So my real lesson, the realest lesson I've ever learned at a young age, was from my first, who we talked about last episode. He basically taught me, like, there is no point in arguing with a man. Don't raise your voice. Don't argue. It's just no point. Because listen, the minute you start yelling, all they hear is womp, 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 womp. Let me tell you, I remember I was yelling at him for something, and he always used to just sit there with this smug look on his face while I'm fussing about whatever it is, some stupid girl doing something and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going off. And like, after I done went off, he's like, "You done?
You done?"
And that was, I hate that. I'm so angry. So
I hate that you done.
At a very young age, like, he taught me that, like, there's no point in yelling, arguing, fussing. Like, you're not going to get your point across. You're not going to get your message across that way. And I don't. He was that. I think after that time with him, I tell men now, like, I don't argue. And they be like, "What?" I said, "No, I'm not going to argue, and I'm not going to yell with you. Like, we can sit down and we can have a discussion and we can talk about it. But for me to raise my voice or just to be ranting and going off, I've learned at a young age that's not going to be conducive to anything." Like, I think even the last couple times that we did speak, the last time I saw him in person, it was just like a discussion, like me and that ex. Like, and with my most recent ex, like, we never had arguments. Like, we never had arguments. Like, we've had disagreements and we would have discussions, but I can legitimately
like strong and intense discussions.
Like, that's how intense discussions. But I legit can say, like, he can never be like, there was a time when I just raised my voice and was going off and yelling at him. Like, no, I learned that lesson at a young age, and that has stuck with me. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not going to do it. And then, especially, like I said, after letting myself get that escalated with Angel, now it's like, I'm just not going to do that at all. I'm not going to get to that point of escalation.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
And I'm not going to argue with you. Like, we can talk about it like two adults and hear each other out, otherwise we can't do that. And if it's the type of person that likes to argue or that's all they know how to do, you're not the person for me because I'm doing it.
I'm thankful that I've never had like any guy that would be on some like rah 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 in my face type going back and forth. I've never had those kind of arguments. Usually they have been intense conversations. Like we will talk, and maybe I might get like animated and my voice might raise, but I'm not yelling over you and you're not yelling over me. And I call those intense conversations where we are obviously upset. We're both upset. We're both angry, and you're just like, yo, that's not, and it's just very intense. But we're not raising our voices or yelling. Definitely. And I think like in line with what you're saying, controlling emotions, right? I think that's like being able to, okay, I see that I'm getting to the point where maybe I might, let's take a beat. I might lose it, or we need to table this for a second before I go off. Let me come back to you when I'm cooler, when I've calmed down and I have my thoughts in order, and I can tell you and express myself in a way that you're going to understand, you're going to receive it. Because like you said, guys shut down. And even myself, like if you start yelling at me, I'm shutting down. Like, I'm not here to even take any of that. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
I'm not going
to receive that energy.
Exactly. I'm not going to receive any of that. So one thing that I would say that is real for me that I've learned is, this is going to come off a little bit weird, but I feel like in every relationship, there's a give and take. You have to know what it is that you want to take from it. Like you need to know your wants, and you need to know your standards, your needs, like whatever it is that what are you gaining from this relationship? Because there has to be something there for you to be gaining from the relationship.
Exactly.
I get the love, I get the woo woo, rah rah, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with this person and the energy. Yeah, but
what else? Because it has to be more.
To a degree, there's a level of transactional, there's a transactional element to it, be it security, be it safety, be it, if love is your currency, like there's always something there. There's always something there, and you need to know that about yourself, that what are the things that you want from a relationship. And I learned from my ex to be vocal about what I want. That was the biggest lesson, to be vocal about what I want, never to waver on the things that I want. And sometimes you just gotta like compromise, right? And it's okay. You're not losing for compromising. So like that whole, like, I think I don't even know like how to say it in like one tangible phrase or a word, but it's like that give and take exchange of the relationship, of the element of the relationship, and knowing what it is that you want.
I think that's it. Know what you want to get out of it. Yeah, it has to be something. It's more than, and if, like you said, if love is it, that's it. For some people, love is going to be it. For some people, it is going to be, that sense of security. Like, you want to be with somebody who you feel safe around, who gives you that feeling of protection.
Sometimes it's money. People want to be
it's that financial stability. Hey, he's going to bring to me that element that I'm lacking in over here. There's always something. A relationship is a give and take for sure. Like, that's just how it goes. I want to piggyback off of that and say that the other real lesson that I learned from my ex is like not to lose myself in a relationship. Because that has happened to me.
Yes.
I have become so consumed.
That's such a huge one. Yes.
I became so consumed in that relationship where like that was it. That's all I knew. That's all I had. That was it. Like everything, every decision was shaped around the relationship. Every action was shaped around the relationship.
That's such a big one.
And then like I wasn't even being my genuine self anymore. I wasn't even being myself because I was being who I thought I needed to be for that relationship.
Come on, Nia.
So now, now it's like, no, I have to be me. Like, this is who I am, straight up, point blank period. I don't know what
By
pedestal
any
you might
means
have me on
necessary.
or who you
Yep.
think I am, but this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be. You know, I'm all about growth and betterment, but I need you to know who I am at this exact moment. So
At your core, yeah.
that yes, at my core, deep down inside, this is Renia. I'm a hippie. I'm gonna forever be a hippie. That's not gonna change. I'm a free spirit. Like, this is me. If you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. I like long nails. I like ratchet shit and doing hood rat stuff with my friends. Okay.
But I
I'm
can also keep it
forever
classy,
like that.
and I'm educated, and I know how to,
That too.
express
I'm real
myself intellectually.
educated. I could be an intellectual if I want to. We can have some deep discussions, but also I'm gonna do some fun stuff. You know, this is who I am.
Yeah.
So learning that, knowing who I am, and just being okay with who I am has been so very important for me, because I lost that along the way. And you know, it wasn't any fault of that man, it was no fault of that relationship. It was something that I did, decisions that I chose to make, and I had to pull back from
Yeah.
that and learn. Is a lesson that I learned. So yeah,
Yeah.
lose myself.
Again, in alignment with kind of what we've both said so far, that I found when I reflected on all of my past relationships that men are selfish, and they're okay with being selfish more than women are okay with being selfish.
That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized for myself that it's okay for me to be selfish about my needs.
Yep.
So just to kind of like add on to that layer of things that we've both already said, because it's pretty much saying the same thing, I think, in just different ways. But selfishness is not always a bad thing. Like, it's okay for you to take time for yourself. It's okay for you to hang out with your friends. It's okay for you to vocalize what it is that you want, be it in the bedroom and outside of the bedroom. It's okay for you to demand certain things from a relationship or whatever, or have standards that you need met for the relationship to flourish and grow, or to proceed, or even go to the next level, whatever it is. Be vocal about your wants and needs. So selfishness is not necessarily always a bad thing. I think pride is a bad thing, but selfishness is not a bad thing. Okay, that's a real lesson right there. Okay. Let me think. What else? What other real lesson? I don't know. Do you have anything else? Ooh, I have another real lesson from my exes.
Go ahead.
That I just thought of a couple more. Like, I learned that, like, vibes are a thing.
Vibes are everything.
Vibes are a thing. Like, find your viber.
Vibes are everything.
Yes,
Energy is
vibes.
everything.
Yeah. When you connect and you vibe with somebody, it can take things to a whole nother level. And it will just like it will reveal to you so many things about yourself and about that person. Like, vibes are a thing.
Yeah. And I guess the lesson that I'm learning currently, like literally in the moments of learning it, is just to not, I don't want to say stick to your guns, but like, again, trust the process, trust the journey. Like, I say this all the time, but I'm still learning it as well. Because
Yeah, there's a lot of wisdom in that. Yes,
I
girl.
know. I'm still learning it though, like to truly believe that you can have the things that you are manifesting and that you desire. Like, truly believe in that, and then do what you need to do to make it happen. Like,
Yeah.
stand firm in your beliefs and who you are. Like, and I say I learned this from my exes because it's so easy, I think, when it comes to exes. All of us have probably been there, where we had that ex that we seem to go around in circles with. That was me and my first.
Yeah.
We went in circles for years. And then, like, me and my most recent ex, he kind of seems to keep popping up, but it's just like, you know what? You got to stand firm in your decision making. You got to stand firm in what you want, and then not renege on it, not double back. And for anybody that's out there that's going through something similar, like stand firm in whatever decisions that you made. If you left for a reason, if that's an X for a reason, it's an X for a reason. And don't renege on that. Don't double back on it. Like stand firm in that and trust
You
your
got to remember
judgment.
that.
Yeah,
Because
like
you're going to continue to go into the circles until you start remembering why they were your ex to begin with. I think the
exactly.
reason why they circle back and you have these like revolving doors, or like you go into these cycles, these never ending cycles, is because you're not learning the lesson to be learned. That's why this person
That's
keeps
it.
doubling back. And
Because
yeah,
there's
there's a
always a
pull.
lesson. There's
Yeah, there's
always
a
a
pull
lesson.
about them. There's an intrigue about them. There's an allure about them, and yeah, they fuck with you. You fuck with them, and the long way. You know what I'm saying? The hard way, the strong way, all of that, right? But there are lessons there that need to be learned, and until you learn the lessons, that life is just gonna continue to keep teaching you these lessons,
Big
teaching you,
facts.
teaching you, teaching you.
That's where some people think there's a difference between a soul tie and a twin flame.
And a
Hey,
twin
y'all.
flame,
I hate to
yes.
get all astrological on y'all, but there's a
Yes,
difference.
come
Now that
on with
twin
it. I was
flame is
thinking
gonna
about
teach
it, but
you
I
a
don't know
lesson.
like the difference
Yeah,
between the two.
see,
But
the twin, I looked it up. A twin flame is gonna teach you lessons. A twin flame
okay,
comes into your life to teach you lessons, ideally. Like y'all keep crossing paths because there's a lesson to be learned. It's not that this is your soul mate. Is that there are lessons to be learned. And usually once you learn that lesson, that person will go. Like I said, I felt like with my first ex, and I also make deep soul ties. I know I do. Like I just, people stick around from friendships to actual relationships. Like I make soul ties. So like with my first, I think the lesson there I learned, like I said, he taught me not to argue with a man. He taught me like true, genuine, like love, but as well as like heartbreaking, that people change. Like
yeah,
people grow. Like he
yeah,
was not the boy that I met when we were 13 years old. By the
yeah,
time we were 18, 19 years old, like I learned like, hey, there's growth there. He's gone through stuff that you did not experience with him anymore. He's
yeah.
not that same boy. This is a whole different man here. I had to learn that. And once I learned these lessons, like that soul tie kind of broke, like I said. So it's like there are definitely lessons to be learned from your exes. I think, like you said, there's always something to be gotten out of all these relationships and connections that we have. And I think this kind of brings us to our wrap up. Like, there's always lessons, whether they be classy, ratchet, or real. There is a
Yeah.
lesson to be learned from your ex that hopefully will make you be a better man or a better woman, or better prepare you for if you
For
have not
life.
met, your soul partner, your partner in life. It's going to prepare you for life to be the best person you could be. I don't have a ex that I regret. Like most of them I'm still pretty cool with for the most part. Like I don't have any exes that I got animosity with or anything like that. Like we be cool, and just like some really dope ass people and some good ass lessons, stuff just didn't work out. Like it just
Exactly.
didn't work out. It's like it's no bad blood. It just did
Yeah.
not work out. But I've learned a lot, and it has helped me be the woman that I am today. Like I'm thankful for the lessons,
Yeah.
as long as you're learning, you're growing, you're living. So
Yeah. And one thing that they say is that in every relationship, you're going to grow. You're going to grow, and continue to grow. But it's whoever you're with, when you decide to be with that person for the long haul, it's choosing to grow together.
together. Yep.
And relearning that person, being willing to commit to relearning the person when they do change, because they're gonna change.
Yes.
Like who I am today is not who I was last week necessarily. This maybe,
That's
maybe
fact.
not. It's not who I was definitely last year.
Fact.
So it's like every
Learning
time
to
as I
grow with
grow,
them.
as I progress, like the commitment that my husband and I have made is that we are committing to relearning each other and recommitting to
The
each
person that we are
version
becoming. Yes.
of whatever we
That
progress and
is like
develop to be.
so key, because I will say, like, and that this is like kind of not off topic, but in response to that, it's like that's so key, because that's one thing that when me and my most recent ex have talked, he even has said it in discussions like, I should have grown with you when you were growing. I should have adjusted with you when you were making the changes you were making, but I didn't. And that's key. Like in any relationship, you're going to change. Just like
Yeah.
Steph just said, things are going to change. You have to choose to grow with your partner and adjust
and
to the person
adapt.
they are becoming and adapt to the person they are becoming and love the person that they are becoming, you know. Unless it's something that's becoming something horrible and toxic and unhealthy, then that's different. But if they're just trying to better themselves and, you know, maybe she wasn't into, you know, I don't know, when you met Glenn, maybe podcasting wasn't a big part of your life and that wasn't something you had to set time for. But now it is. So he knows, okay, this is time she sets for that. And I have to respect that is now a part of her life. Things like that happen all the time. You know, I can meet a guy today and maybe today B Body Bees is not huge, but I don't know, B Body Bees could take off in universe willingly, Lord willingly, take off and be a huge thing where I don't have to work anymore. And now I spend a lot of my time working on bees. Today I spent hours working on bees. Last night I spent hours working on bees. Like I would love to make that a reality. That could happen. So as people change, you know, grow with them, learn with them, and just love on them.
Yeah. And it's not always necessarily going to be an external thing. It can be, you know, just an internal, even like things like kids, you know, even like family. You have one and it's okay. You have two and it's like, oh, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like it could be so many different factors, but you're gonna change when you become a parent. You're gonna change when you become a parent of two. You're going to change when you switch jobs. You know, you're going to change when you lose jobs and financial issues. So there's so many different elements to life. It's just, again, recommitting to relearning each other and just recommitting to each other. Like whatever level I will meet you where you're at.
Always. That has to be
plainly said.
I will meet
it's committing to meeting that person where they're at and being willing to understand them and loving them through whatever is happening. On that note, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So yeah, go ahead and give them your handles, boo.
All right, guys. You know, you can find me on all social media platforms at Nia. That's NIA_AUDRI.
Yes. The GrownupIsh Podcast on IG, The GrownupIsh on Twitter, The GrownupIsh Pod is the website. Follow, like, subscribe, share, rate, review, all of the above.
All of that.
Yes. And we are so grateful for y'all. We didn't read any letters this week, but we will be back at it next week. Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, we love y'all. Give us feedback. Tell us what you guys think. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.